Good morning. Welcome to GrandthumbFarms here on Rustic Roots. I'm Colt, and this is Fancy versus Frugal. Right now, I'm out looking at my grass, trying to decide how much I want to cut and where I want to put my fields. And I think what I'm going to do here, let me show you what I'm seeing. There's an obvious difference in the grass here. And this is just one growth stage. And this is all of them for regular grass. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this area here between the road, which is pretty much my property line, and the road or Marlon's place. And I'm going to get some hay out of here, and then I'll take a portion of the big field back here and make silage. That way I have some on hand, and then either next month or the month after I'll cut what's left. But in the meantime, I'll put a grass field in what I cut on this big field today. That's my plan, I believe. So let me get my mower out. It's early. I'm cutting for hay, so it's going to need to dry. And it should be sunny all day. That shouldn't be a big deal. Get the fancy Mac Don out. Ugh. It just barely fits through there. So what I'm going to do is unfold it. It spreads the tires. I'll spin around. And now I'm in the mowing configuration. And I'll get to cutting this field. Before I do that, looks like the cattle or the cows are doing fine. I checked on them. They've got plenty of food for the day. Yeah, they've got almost 23,000. And I didn't put much more than that in here. So they'll be fine. And the goats over here got me some milk. That's a good thing. And they've got 11,000 in hay plus meadow grass. But they're doing good too. And there may be a way for me to handle this milk instead of having them in the metal containers. I think I can put them in an IBC and then into a milk truck. I might look into that. All right. Oh, Marlon's been busy. My goodness. Talked about borrowing my trailer yesterday, and he never did come by and get it. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's okay. All right, let's see how this mower works out. Turn it on. and lower it. And it makes a nice little swath. I'm gonna have to turn it anyway, so that really doesn't matter. Good morning. Okay. I'm gonna get this field cut and then run over and do part of that other field, and then we'll get to tedding once the sun comes out. But I don't think this will take very long. I will have to say that was a pretty good cutting. I think I got, well, I did get a lot more than I expected. My goodness. All right, let me spin this around, fold it up, and we'll get it back to the barn. I don't have a power washer just yet, but I'll get one. I'll keep all my stuff clean. I was thinking I may end up getting a bunker silo to make the silage. I think that'd be the way to go. All right, I'm gonna park this out here. I'm gonna let the hay sit for a while, but I am gonna turn the, or I'm gonna row up the grass for silage. I think I'll use the 6R. Yeah, the 6R is going to run the merger. I think I'm going to I didn't finish cutting that field. Oh my goodness. It's early. Just a little bit more grass to cut. I waited on this on purpose. Let me get this done real quick. Now I'm really done. I'm gonna blame it on the coffee. It was early when I got started. Oh my goodness. Now I'm ready to rake up or merge the fields. I've not used one of these mergers on a regular basis before, so hopefully I'll be able to figure it all out. I believe I can go left, right, or center. Okay, yep. It's going to the left right now, which is good. Let's get set up over here. So it goes from left to right to left. It's only left to right. Okay. Good to know. Let's start it up. Lower it down. And sure enough, it's going to the left. Let's see if I can not make too big of a mess. And I'm going to merge this field and part of the other field. I guess I'm really going to play it by ear. But I want the grass that I'm going to use for hay to dry a little bit. It's only 9 o'clock now, so I'll get the silage taken care of and then we'll move on to the hay. I'm not exactly sure what my strategy there was. But at least I have a big old baler. I think I can handle that. Maybe I'll do better on this other field. First time around, I can't expect too much of myself. It's a neat tool. I'll give it that, but it's not as straightforward as one of those ones that throws it just to the middle. The typical windrowers. Let's see, I'll do a little bit of this field. I imagine there's less grass over here. And maybe I can do a neater job. Let's see. I think I'll leave the rest as hay. I may have done a little bit too much for silage, but we'll get it all figured out eventually. The baling should go pretty quickly too. I guess I don't need to come out this way. I've got plenty of room in here. I've got round bale knit. That'll work. The bale counter's at 0. And I've got 150s. I have used this type baler before. There's no unfolding, and those grass piles are huge. My goodness. Let's see if we can take on something this tough. I'm not sure why I went backwards. I guess the wheels, that's why. Yep, I got clearance. Of course, I got to lower the. Okay, it's lowered. And it's picking it up. Very good. Okay. Let's knock this crazy field out and see how many bales we can get. this does some type of automatic backing, and I'm not sure I can't figure out when or why it does it. So right now the pickup, I guess when I lift the pickup it does automatic backing so I can drop the bale. Did it again. And now I'm going forward. I gotta see if I can figure out why it's doing that. And that way I can actually work more efficiently. And it has a very good turning radius. Better than the mower. Okay, I've got the header down. Header's down. I lift it up. Going forward. I'm going backwards. I want to be able to back up, then drop the bale off. I drop it off. I'm in forward mode. I put the baler or the header back down. Huh. This is going to be odd. And my rows are much too large. Header's lifted up. I'm backing up. Get the bale out of the way. Got it back down. Well, I'm going to try to figure this out, and then I'll be effective. So it's down still. I don't want to drop my bale here. I don't know. Bear with me while I finish this. I want to believe that this backing up thing that it's doing is by design and not something wrong with my machine. And I just need to figure out how to use it where I can bale effectively. And I think it has something to do with the pickup, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the manual. We got 26 bales off of this field. I wanted to pick up a little grass from the other field just to empty the baler. Before I bale the silage from the other field, I'm going to go take a few minutes and see if I can figure out this machine, and then I'll ted the grass and I'll see how many bales we can get of hay, and then I'll figure out how much more hay I want to ted of the rows that we already have for the silage, if that makes sense. But I'm going to run inside and have a little break, and I'll be right back. See, there it's going backwards. Going forwards. I'll figure it out. Okay. See you in just a minute. Well, I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking into it, but I couldn't figure anything out. So either I'm going to need to figure it out on my own, or ask around, maybe get some help. I'm going to head up to that other field and turn the grass. After I turn it, I'll merge it, rake it, and then we'll see how many bales we get of hay, and then I'll figure out what I want to do with the rest of the grass that's already been rode up. I'm in my little John Deere. It should do this just fine. I got my big old tedder out. That's some wingspan there, isn't it? I should be able to make quick work of this. And then we'll see if we can get 26 bales of hay to match what we got on that little field, or we'll figure it out. That's a huge tedder, my goodness. I can't imagine trying to do that on a field that had any kind of boundaries. The good thing we don't have fences around our fields right now. I'm not sure how much hay we're going to get off that field, but if it's a good amount, then I imagine when I finish mowing next month on this part of the field, it'll really be a bunch. I'm gonna let this dry for about an hour, and then I'll head out and row it up. 11:45 now. We'll get back out there in just a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep the rows a little bit more reasonable this time. Hopefully I can do that. I'm not going to pile up one after another after another. I'll start at the top and I'll work my way down. We'll see how it goes, but it shouldn't take very long. That may have been a little bit better. I talked about growing wheat or barley this year for straw, and I think what I'm going to do is wait till next year. That way I don't have to rush so much. I think it'll be fine. I'll just have to purchase straw for a little while, and only having 23 head, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. Time to see how much hay we can pull up off of that field. I'd like to see if I could get my grass field cut, and I believe it's going to be in that other field, the one we're going to now, and I think I may end up putting my grain in this field here in front of the house. We'll have to see. Let's get these bales picked up and see how many we can get. Well, we got 38 bales. I'm going to try to get 39 by picking up the bits. This pickup head is very small. I know my rows are very large, but it seems like it should be, I say small, it should be a little wider. But the machine's fun to use. Eventually I'll figure out the little tricks. It's definitely something I was doing. It seems like it has something to do with raising the pickup. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out though. Alright, let me see if I can get one more bale. We got the last bale. Oh my goodness. Getting started on the farm, there's a lot of stuff to do. It'll be nice when everything's paced out a little bit. I guess I need to bale this grass so I can make silage out of it. So I'm going to bale the grass and then we'll get the wrapper out. Well, it looks like it's supposed to rain later this month, so I'm going to get these bales wrapped and get the hay in the barn, and I'll worry about picking up the silage later and cutting that field later this month. This shouldn't take very long. I do like the idea of a silage bunker, and I'm going to seriously consider that next season, but at least I'll have some hay for this season. But let me get this hay picked up, or silage wrapped up and hay picked up, and I'll be right back. We got all the important stuff taken care of. I believe we had 37 and a half silage bales. So it was about even. I was looking for kind of even, I guess. Get this unloaded and into the barn. See if I can make it look a little better anyway. Well, somewhat better. I'll work on that. Very good. Silage and hay are taken care of for a little bit anyway. And I did remember how to make the mineral feed work in my mixer. It's just a matter of you fill it up from the tractor. I don't know why I forgot about that, but I did. I'm going to need to put everything away, and I'm going to get a power washer installed or delivered, one of the two, so I can keep everything clean. And then later this month we'll come back and at least cut a field for the grass. Put the silage bales away and maybe think about putting in that silage bunker. We'll have to see. But I do appreciate you coming out and spending some of your time with me here today. I thank you. And I hope you see me in the next one. Have a good day.